I am expecting this to be scarier.
What?
I knew it. I knew it. Well, it is finally here, the 1.0 update for the Complex Expedition. Supposedly, huge amounts of the game have been changed. The trailers all look phenomenal. I am so excited to play this, and so I think it's time for us to hop into it.
And we're rolling.
Alright, you ready?
I think so.
Alright, you know my mic's already in.
Yeah, I know.
Oh shit, we're playing.
I'm waiting on
I'm gonna say this a lot this video. It's crazy that this is a video game. If you told me that this was just a render from Blender, I would 100% believe you. It's crazy how good this looks. Now that being said, it does seem like the optimization is not quite as good.
Testing, 1 2 1 2. Mic check. This is Newman. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, I can't walk this way. I have to go this way. I wanted to see what was over there, but I actually like that this other guy like stops and turns around to look at me now.
Take your time,
Yeah. What's the rush anyway?
Well, the other guys have been waiting up there for about 30 minutes. We had to go.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess we're going to be recording everything from home.
Yeah, they've been very vocal about that. They even had the other group record them walking to room 1A back.
I got no information as to why I'm recording, but Sal told me it was very important to keep the camera on and just not stop.
I don't understand why they're being so mysterious.
But it's actually cool though. Like when I stop moving, they'll like stop and turn around and look at me. And like actually wait for me, because they used to just like stop and they would keep staring straight ahead. I mean, we have to check. Nope, can't go over here. Okay. There's an invisible wall there too. You always have to make sure there's no secrets in the beginning of a Backrooms game.
So who's waiting at the controls?
Dan and Greg are waiting down there. Might be more, but I'm not completely sure.
I kind of doubt we're going to need any more help, but I don't mind.
I guess it would be for maintenance if that's necessary.
Sure.
Buddy's moonwalking over there. I feel like that one might not be intentional. Might have broken the AI a little bit by stopping to look at things too much. But that's okay.
Where are you?
We're almost there.
Copy. They also said that one of us might need to actually go through the little gap down there as well. So if any one of us needs to go, I would say Newman.
Why just me?
Well, because you have one of those cameras. They have lights on them too. You're good. But I even have to go down there anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we already knew it, but it looks like we're headed into the Backrooms by ourselves. I'm curious to see how this intro will be different from the previous one.
Okay, David, Mike, and Newman. Hello, boys.
Yeah, we had some issues with the camcorder.
It's nothing much. Yeah, well, we got work to do.
Should be set up. Dan was helping me with it. Seems like he knows it better than me.
They should be all set up.
I never actually controlled this thing before. so this is the first.
You'll get the hang of it. Okay, you should have control now.
Oh shit, are we in a little remote control car? What was the other Backrooms game that we played where we had something like this? It wasn't Last Room, it was... Oh, was it the Backrooms Tape 101? It was something like that. Okay, I see. These controls are a little janky. I do like the warping at the top of the screen. It's a nice effect. But also, what exactly am I looking for here? Are we just gonna do the same thing as in Backrooms Last Room, where this is gonna get stuck eventually and then I'm gonna have to come and get it? Man, I get that it's 1988, but like, is this really the fastest turning mechanism we could come up with? Oh.
Wait, what? It's supposed to reach way further.
You know, I'll just go get it. I remember the way, so. You sure? Yeah, of course. You know, it's not that far. I'll just go get it, bring it back. No big deal.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen. That's not what I want. Is this standing all the way? No, there we go. Now I'm standing all the way. Well, it does seem like our frames have evened out a little bit. I think...
How's it going down there?
It's going fine. I'm just trying to remember where I went. It feels kind of weird being in this part. I mean, it's just no one's ever been here before. It's kind of odd.
I understand. Just keep it cool.
Okay, I'm here. Wait, the rover, it's gone. It's not here.
Wait, what? Are you sure you're in the right place?
Yeah, it's the right place, but it's definitely not here.
That makes some sense.
Hold on, I'm gonna go a little bit further.
Nah, just come back. We'll figure it out.
No, I can find it, but I mean, it has to be here. There's no way it could just disappear.
Alright, just be quick.
Well, that is fundamentally the worst decision you could ever make in this situation. If you send a remote control car somewhere and that disappears, you should probably leave. That's probably a sign of danger. But what I was gonna say is I think having all of the animated characters was really tanking my frames there, because we've stabilized a lot here. So I guess we now get to see how this goes.
What the hell? Greg, do you feel that? I think there's an earthquake going on.
What? I don't feel anything.
Everything's shaking, man. You can't feel that?
Just hurry back.
Guys. Guys. Do you hear me? Does anyone copy? Please.
Well, shit. Here we go again.
Hello? How the fuck did that even happen? Fuck. Please.
Oh, we gotta check what's down here, because I was just about to say, it's very interesting how, like, closed off this is. Compared to the levels that we usually see in the complex games, this feels much more directed. I'm also not the biggest fan of the whale noises. Alright, is there anything... Alright, so it looks like we basically have two choices. Now, there are two endings to this version of the game, so we will be finding both of them. We do still have the same anxiety-inducing running animation. I will say, the atmosphere in these games is like so perfect. Like all of the sound design, the breathing, the suit moving around, the lights buzzing when we're nearby them, all of it makes it like insanely immersive. Now this is a little bit more along the lines of what I expect. This sort of open-ended, just a massive room where you can go in a billion different directions. Now, I am interested to see. I assume, because the original version of the game had this and so did the complex found footage, I assume we're looking for things like elevators and the subway station to move on to the sort of subsequent levels. But the question, as always, especially for the first level, is how big is the level actually going to be? How long will it be till we run into an elevator? Because these levels tend to be huge. And as much as I might try, I'm probably going to miss things. And so we'll probably end up making multiple videos in this series. Just like I did with the other two. Well, I guess the previous version of this and then the complex found footage. But I am expecting this to be scarier. Like, just based off the trailers, some of the trailers, like, genuinely look scary. But I also think we're doubling back now, so I'm gonna head back this way. You know what, there's that big hallway. Where was that? Was it this one? No, there was one over here. Yeah, this one. Little bit of a change of scenery. Are these just empty picture frames? Yeah. March 2007 Winterlands Art Contest. So, didn't we come from 1988? I mean, I guess it's very plausible for the Backrooms to sort of fuck with time. Wait, I recognize this room. In the last video, I came in this way. Wait. So, I've said this before when talking about specifically pools in Liminal Core, because Liminal Core took quite a few rooms from pools and just literally remade them in the game. But it contributed like really well to the like nostalgia aspect, or maybe not the nostalgia, but the sort of deja vu aspect of the Backrooms. Yeah, this is where we just were. In like a weird way, where it feels like you've been there before, because you have, but you haven't played the game. And I think we're gonna get a similar experience here, having played the original version of the game and now playing the 1.0 release. I think we'll see things like this a lot, where I like very specifically remember this room with the pillars on the left and then the arched doorway. I think we're gonna start running into rooms that feel really familiar, but are just like slightly different, which weirdly enough is like perfect for the Backrooms. I assume the doors still work. Although, is that the first time we've ever opened a door towards us? We used to always push them forwards. But this just probably loops back to where I came in, right? Wait, is it? No, this is different. I'm not a fan of whatever that noise is. Like, what is that? It almost sounds like fireworks. Waste storage.
Damn it.
Alright, so we hit our first locked door. In the original version of the game, I think the early access version, I think the only locked door was when we got all the way to the end, back into the, like, main area, there was a locked door. So that's interesting that we are seeing areas we can't enter. But it definitely seems, well actually I think it's pretty undoubtable that we're in a hospital. Or at least something that's resembling a hospital. With the patient rooms, and I don't think that was English, but it looked like it was talking about procedures. Procedures, or I guess that could just be patients. In like, well honestly, my guess is Italian, because didn't the complex, oh wait, this is where I came from. But didn't found footage have one of the levels that had like Italian writing on the wall? So that's my guess at what it would be. But I don't know if that means procedures in whatever language it is, or if it actually just means patients. Because patients, like, it said like patients 204 through 206 or whatever, makes a lot more sense. Does this just go into the same? No. Okay. Is it just a backrooms room? I really don't like that noise. Can't interact with the fire alarm. So where exactly are we headed? Maybe I just need to go back to the main area, actually. Also, the coughing is an interesting touch. We've coughed like 3 times now. I wonder if that's gonna come up as like something that's like actually affecting us. So did we come from that side, right? Well, actually, I guess we do just want to head back to the big yellow rooms. Also, I need to turn that down for you guys. The sprinting sound is just too loud. I feel like we're coming up on something big here. Because I've lost half of my frames. And I'm not really sure where they went. Alright. Didn't need to be scared by a light bulb. Where's this light coming from? Oh. Interesting. Alright, I can't tell if that's a door that's cracked open, or if that's just like a crack in the wall. But I'm not the biggest fan. Like, don't tell me I can squeeze through here. Okay. I'm assuming that at some point we'll be on the other side and we'll look down this hallway. I like that you can see our silhouette. That actually is a nice touch. There's an actual reflection in the window. Let's see what's down this way. I'm not crazy, right? I 100% just saw something moving across that doorway. Right? Like, that wasn't like a lighting bug. I saw like a thick black bar. It looked like an arm or something move across that doorway. Looks like there's stairs down. I swear I saw something move across this doorway. But it looks like we're headed to the basement, which I believe is where we found Babyface the first time. And I do know he is still in this game. He was in the trailers, so he's definitely in the game. And this is the aesthetic of the area that he was in, with the white walls and this sort of zigzag carpet. So I'm a little bit more on edge now. Is this a hidden passage? Where does this go? I almost didn't see this. Or does this just loop around to where we just were? Oh no, this is where we just were, right? Yeah, I think so. Man, the level design with all of these little nooks and crannies is so just like on another level from basically every other Backrooms game we've ever played. Like, I know I've said before that Pools and Liminal Core are the closest. And specifically, actually, I'd say Pools is the closest to this in terms of just flat out level design. But this is just like I don't know, making liminal spaces is hard. I've made a lot of Backrooms levels for Kult Rising, and making ones that just like feel this atmospheric is like a talent in and of itself. So are we headed back towards like the main area? Or are we still in like a little offshoot? It's really hard to tell. No, actually we can't be headed towards the main area. My frames are too good. So this has to be like its own separate section of the map. try this way. We got a red light here. Well, red-er, it's not actually red. I'm not a fan of the fact that it seems like it's getting a bit darker. I've also said this before. But I hate when the ceiling tiles are missing. Is that where the noise is coming from? Because it sounds like there's something very large above me that's breathing. And I don't appreciate that. Okay, that one was just a lighting error. This game has almost the same effect as Escape from Tarkov, where whenever you're playing Tarkov, you have to be like super paranoid. If you think you heard something, then you have to like stop and check it. And this game's like the same thing, but visually. Like every time I see like a little flick out of the corner of my eye, I have to like stop and make sure there's like not actually something there. What the fuck are those noises? What is this? Okay. Guess that's just debris. Let's see, is there anything over here? I think I'm gonna go down that way. Yeah, I hate how dark that is. We're gonna go over here. It actually is surprising that we haven't found an elevator yet. Like, I know some of it was the opening cutscene, but I've been recording for 45 minutes. I wonder if the reason why the optimization's worse is because I wonder if it's because the optimization's not actually worse, but because the game has been combined into one map. Which would definitely be an interesting decision. Like, if this is just one enormous backrooms, because that's really, really what it's starting to feel like. And that would explain why I have, like, significantly worse frames than I did in the early access version. Because if you took all of the levels and rolled them together, that would be an enormous map. Now, the reason why that would be an issue for me is because if everything is in one giant map, it's going to make it much harder to make sure we see everything. Because before, I could use the different levels as, like, my gauge. Like, oh, I forgot to check an area on level 2, but now I just have to remember how to get back to all of the places that I haven't seen, and I feel like there's been quite a few hallways that I just haven't gone down. So I really think this is going to need to be multiple videos. Because there's just so many things like this. If I didn't walk all the way into this room, I literally thought this was empty. If I had stopped, like, back here, I don't know that I would have realized that there was more down here. How does that look weird? What's on the wall? Interesting. Alright, is this... Did I come from this way? I don't think so, but I want to go up the big ramp. This is what I mean, though. It's going to be really hard to keep track of where I mean, it already was hard to keep track in every Backrooms game of where I haven't been, but if everything is one giant level, that does become significantly more difficult. But we'll head down here. I hear music. Okay, well, I guess music is not the correct term. I feel like it's getting really hard to tell. I feel like this part, like this room here was it in the original game? Excuse me? All right. What is beeping? Why is there a fire alarm telling me to change its batteries? Like, look at the shadows. This looks so, like, somehow it does look better than it did in early access. Right, and I don't know, like, if this wall is gonna be enough to tell you. I need a closer wall, but whenever... Can I... Oh, I can go in. Whenever I'm, like, rounding a corner, there's, like, you can see the shadow of my flashlight on the wall. Couldn't tell what I was looking at. But, like, all of there's, like, so many little touches now that adds so much to it. Like, him picking up the walkie-talkie to talk and holding it on screen, like, the door that we open towards ourselves instead of all of them having the exact same animation. The audio, like, the actual dialogue is a lot clearer. Like, there's just so many little touch-ups that make it feel so much more immersive. I appear to be walking in a circle, however. Is this... Didn't we see a half wall earlier? Yeah, okay. I really don't know why it sounds like we're getting sick. Okay, can I just stand up? Thank you. My one critique about this game is, why am I not able to walk down the stairs at a faster pace than one stair at a time? I feel like an ordinary person can go down the stairs a little bit quicker. Also, something that I've learned about playing these games, and also about making backrooms levels, is just having random pillars in the middle of the room does a lot to make the room feel less empty. Because otherwise you start running into this issue where it's just a bunch of blank rooms, one after another. Have we been here before? It's so hard to tell. Did we? Was I in here? What is this in the middle of the room? No, I have not been here. Another thing that like, this is more of a personal thing, but the rooms that have, like, areas like this that almost seem like observation rooms are a lot more unsettling. Also, I don't like the dark. Why does it have to be so dark? Do we want to go up, or do we want to keep on this level? I'm not sure.
The fuck are you?
Alright, I knew I was gonna run into you eventually. I didn't think you were... Okay, bro, can you stop fucking coughing? I knew you were gonna be here eventually, but I wasn't expecting it to just be like you're just in the middle of a room. Like you're not sneaky, bro. I know what you are. Dude, there is something about him that is like so, I don't know why, like imposing. Also, I really don't want to look away from him. Like, I know the odds of him actually acting like SCP-173 are pretty low. But I don't trust it. Because he is gonna move eventually. Is this a dead end? Oh. Okay, that's a nice touch too. The elevator door. Oh, okay. That also means I need to pay attention and actually walk up to elevators. I can't just assume that it doesn't work. But I'm pretty sure in the original version they were all like automatically open, right? But damn, that first level was huge.
Come on.
What did I say? Well, what did he say? I was talking, I couldn't hear it. But we'll see where we are. And like I said, I'm sure...
What is this place?
I mean, like, I literally thought that that first level was so big, I thought that the whole game was just gonna be one giant level. So I'm almost 100% sure that I missed areas in that first level, so we will be doing a second playthrough. And just like I did with the original version of this game, and with found footage, I will be trying to make sure to document everything. Because, like, hands down, this is the best Backrooms game. Like, at the point that I'm recording this right now, I have 8.5 hours played in this game. This is a walking simulator where the only interaction is opening doors and turning on lights. And I have 8 hours in this game. I'm sure after this, it's gonna be like 12. At least. Because this like matches... This is like matching my expectations so perfectly. Like, this is exactly what I want the Backrooms to feel like in Kult Rising. Because just like this is such a faithful reincarnation of the Backrooms, and obviously I know that, like, very specifically, this game is not tied to Kane Pixel's canon in any way. Like, Kane Pixel and the developer came to an agreement on that, like, very specifically. But, like... Okay, I'm gonna shut up here in a second. But Kane Pixel's Backrooms is, I think, the only thing that, like, matches this. And just, like, the pure faithfulness of what the Backrooms should be. Is this a fucking whale? I swear to God, if this fucking thing moves, I will Alt F4 out of this game. Also, why does it kind of look like a whale lord? Actually, no, it looks more like a whale mer. Yeah, see, I have to talk less and appreciate the ambience more. But also, one more thing, you can see here on the pillar, the like shadow from my flashlight. Just like the little touches like that are so nice. See, it's a slide. Can I crawl here? I am not a... Never mind. Thought I was looking into like a really deep tunnel. I was gonna say I'm not a big fan of whatever I'm looking at, but... Now, if he wants to make this game actually scary, Babyface is gonna show up here somewhere in the pool rooms. Because the pool rooms have always felt like sort of the safe... Wait. Wait, what? That's where I came from. Wait, this is where I came from. Oh shit. I didn't even realize. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, the pool rooms levels have always felt like... I mean, almost serene in a lot of cases, but they've always felt sort of safe and from like a reprieve from the like Babyface and the rest of the game. And so switching that up by bringing him here would genuinely be scary. I don't know why I started calling that thing Babyface. Because it's literally the statue from, well, actually, I guess the mascot thing from... Shit, I forget what the name of the video is called. I'll put it on screen. Oh, Blank Room Soup, I'm pretty sure is the name of the video. But it's like a... I mean, it's basically an analog horror video. That's like super old at this point, I guess, but that's what the statue guy is from. That's just a pillar, right? Or a doorway? That's not him, right? No. No, I can't tell what it is, but I don't think it is. If it is, well, then I guess we're just fucked. What I'm genuinely scared to get to is the mall level. Because in the early access version, the mall level already scared me. Like, it genuinely made me scared, and I like wanted to stop playing. This one, just from the trailers, it looks so much more horrifying. It's over here. Yeah, that's a hallway. See, you have to check every little crevice in this game. Otherwise, you miss stuff. What am I looking at? Oh. I don't know. That like broke my brain for a second. I couldn't understand. There was too much darkness. I couldn't tell how the corner of the room was shaped. I thought it was a giant tunnel. Or like a giant pit, I mean. It was just a void. Alright, let's head down here first. What the fuck? Alright, this hits the nostalgia chord super hard. Like, not the colors necessarily, but I've been in, like, water parks like this. Like, indoor water parks with hotel rooms around the pool like that. But this game is 100% gonna take multiple playthroughs. There's just so many paths. We're only on level 2, and I've been recording for like an hour and 40 minutes. And I know I missed things on the first level. This shit could stop being so dark. Oh wait. Is this an elevator? Okay, hold on. No, we're definitely not leaving that fast. There's at least one more path. Yeah, down here. Also, this room, one, feels familiar again, but two, I don't know, like, this is what I mean. Like, it's hard to, like, accurately capture liminality, and the complex games just do it so well on such a consistent basis. And there's something super impressive about that. Like, I'd actually be super curious to see, like, his design process for these levels. Because I'm curious to know if he's, like, just drawing from real architecture and then applying it in ways that don't really make sense traditionally, which is why it gives it that feeling, or if he is actually just, like, freehand building all of this. Because either way, it's just like, it's so much more difficult to do than it seems. Haven't we been here? Okay, maybe this is the end of the level then. Alright. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments if there's parts that I missed here. But we'll head back to the elevator. I can't get into this pool, right? I, like, didn't actually pay attention to this room when we were first here. This is the kind of hallway that I keep thinking I'm seeing. Although, is that chime sound? Like that one? Is that usually... Like, it sounds like... Why does the elevator look like this? But the beeping sounds like the same noise that he uses for, like, the infinite slice sort of room. I'm not a fan of this. And so I wonder if the implication is meant to be that what? That hallway goes out to that, like, infinite slice. Like, that'd be cool if whenever we do get to see that, because that is in this game. In fact, in the trailer, you get to crawl across it, which is crazy. But it'd be cool if, like, one of the like, tunnels... What the fuck? That actually made me jump. I fucking hate this level. Well, this is the worst level we've seen so far. Yeah, something about a dentist's office is specifically terrible. Wait. Is this a mirror? No, it's just a repeating series of rooms. Interesting. So are we on level 5? I know this isn't actually based on, like, that style of backrooms, but we see a giant moth, I will also Alt F4 out of the game. Interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that cart made me jump a little bit. I thought that was him. The quality of these textures, though, is still insane. Oh boy.
Damn it.
Are they all gonna be locked? Nope. Damn it. Would have made this easier. Okay, at least some of them are the same room. Again, I know it's not that backrooms, but you're not supposed to go near windows that look like this. Just general backroom safety guidelines. See, but opening the door towards us, like, even though it's just a second animation, it's like a really nice touch. Man, can I get a better flashlight? I apologize. I should not have intruded on your room. That's my bad. Fuck. That was genuinely. That was actually fucking horrible. Also, it's another really nice touch that our character, that Newman, is actually reacting, like he has actual voice line reactions to the things that are happening. I am, like, genuinely scared now. I no longer want to play the game. I have a very unfortunate feeling that the rest of these doors might be locked, and even if they're not, I have a feeling we might need to go down that hallway. Because these are all going to be dead-end rooms.
It's locked.
Okay, my mic got disconnected. I don't know when that happened. Hopefully that wasn't going for too long. But what I just said was something about that. God, that's terrible too. Something about that visual though, of like the radio with the flickering lamp next to it, was like genuinely horrifying. Dude, it's crazy how realistic this game is. Like, that water actually looks photoreal. I really don't trust that the babyface. I'm really expecting him to show up behind us. I know it's gonna happen at some point. Although, to be fair, last time in the original version, it did happen when opening a door.
Hey, does anyone copy?
That scared me.
I need help. Hello. Please. No.
The sound design in this game is so anxiety-inducing. Like, this is absolutely a game that you need to play with headphones. I guess a video you need to watch with headphones, because just the sheer atmosphere of this game is ridiculous. I'm not a big fan of the distorted music. I'm gonna be honest. What? What the fuck? Why is it so dark? Is there a light switch anywhere? There's lights here. Can I at least see whatever horrible thing is wailing? Oh, wait. This was in the trailer. Okay, there's something to be said about just like the sheer amount of architecture in this game. And like the colorways, the different design aesthetics, everything feels like a realistic, cohesive like thing. I can't get over how good this game is. Like just the sheer number of different like color palettes and like styles of levels that we've seen. Is there anything over here? if I could stop doing that, that'd be awesome. Because that literally made me jump. Alright, we'll head this way. I really don't trust that he's not going to show up behind us. What's over here? Interesting. So what's over here? What's beeping?
What?
I knew it.
What the fuck?
I fucking knew it. Fuck you. I wasn't sure. I heard the sound and I was like, was that an actual in-game noise? But then I thought about it and I was like, cause he did that in the original version. There's a spot where he hit his head like that. Okay. You know what? This is actually... I don't want to stop looking. Alright, I think this is a good point to stop because I have to get up early and I do want to actually have this video out by Monday. And so I think we're going to wrap it up here. We'll finish it tomorrow. I believe there are 2 endings, so we'll get both of the endings, and then I'll have that video up probably by Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. So thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more. Check out Kiefer TV for your daily uploads. Check out Kult Armory for all of your FPS content. And I want to look at him one more time. But, I will see you next time.